This is going to be a bit of a shorter video today, just as an update, because after speaking to some members of the sailing community and things like that, we have made a big decision in regards to Project Catamaran and how it's going to go forward. So stay tuned and find out. I've had quite a few people message and say that they love the land-based stuff as well. They love the scenery and things like that. So I've said that I'll do a bit more of that. Where we live is just a very small village in the northwest coast of Scotland. It's got a population of about 250 and less than that when it's not tourist season. It's actually just getting into tourist season just now, so things get quite busy, or comparatively speaking. It's certainly not city busy, but these back roads, you know, they're never designed for camper vans and things, and a lot of people come up here having never driven on roads like this, so it can be quite intimidating for them. There can be quite a few crashes and things. I mean, this here with all these cars going past, this is actually crazy busy for us. In the winter, you'll hardly get cars going across. Certainly not after 6 at night. So this is very, very busy for us. And, you know, I can understand why, because people flock to this area just for its natural beauty. And as I said, I can completely understand that. It's heaven for me and my wife, Sally. We could never imagine living anywhere else now. I mean, I've lived all over the world, and I've enjoyed certain places, but I've never felt at home like I do here. So yeah, as I said, I'll put a bit more of the kind of scenery and nature in, just to make everybody happy, or to try to do that. as I said, I've got some news. After talking to quite a few people in the community, and some people that have done pretty much what I'm trying to do for years, they've given me some advice, and I've realised that I don't know that the £1,000 for the catamaran project would be feasible. I think I'm going to have to put some more in, and because of that, and as part of that, I've made the decision to sell Spirik. Not only, sorry, the midges are here already. Not only will it give me a bit more money towards the catamaran project, but it will free up a mooring as well and save me having to buy another one of them. So, I mean, as you've seen, she does need a bit of TLC, and that's being reflected in the price. But I think whoever buys her will get a really good boat, and you know, be really happy with her. I think she'll be perfect. I mean, she's really easy to sail single-handed and things like that. Although she's more of a motor sailor, you know, she's no fast. But I think she'll bring somebody years and years worth of happiness. And there that wind, as soon as I come out with the camera, there hasn't been a breath of wind the entire day, and that has started to blow now. But aye, I'm going to sell Spirik. As I said, I've got her up for sale. I'm going to do a few bits and pieces. The deck paint and the hull paint will either come with the boat, or, you know, I'll still be doing bits and pieces until she's sold. And I'll still be going out on adventures on her until she's sold, because she is a fully working boat. You know, she's a little bit rough around the edges and she's needing a little bit TLC, but fundamentally she's a working sailing boat, you know. And I'll be going out on adventures, and we'll be doing filming on her and taking yous along in the adventures for as long as I've got her. But I will sell her at some point in the near future. I'm trying to get away from this wind. Aye, I'll sell her in the near future. As I said, I've got her up for sale, and the money that she frees up will go towards a catamaran, and I'll put some more of my own savings in as well. So we'll still be looking for a really cheap project catamaran, but it'll free up a bit more money, and I'll be able to have a better chance of actually getting a catamaran. There's a couple that I've got my eye on, and I got some advice from a couple. As I said, they've been doing this for years, and they're really knowledgeable and actually really decent people. So they've given me some other places to look, and they've told me how they done it. So aye, it's looking really positive. But as I said, aye, I am going to sell Spirik, and it's making me sad even thinking about it, because she was the boat that actually made me realise that sailing and things were here. So it is sad, but it's going to help us move forward, and it's going to help us move forward with our projects. So that's a positive thing, and you know, I'm quite excited. As I said, she's needing a bit of paint, but she's fundamentally a good boat, and she'll do somebody a lot of really happy years. You know, I've put a few new things in her, and there's a few new things to come. You'll see that in the coming videos. But aye, that's the big news. In order to help us with Project Catamaran, we're going to sell Spirik. It'll free up a mooring for us, and it'll free up some cash and help us move forward. So watch this space. Things should start moving quite fast after this. I know there's a bit of a following and a lot of fond memories for people with the McWester Whites, and I'm aware that not everybody will be happy with the decision for me to sell her. But as I said, you know, it's for a reason. And as I've said in previous videos, she is a wee bit small. Her dimensions aren't built for somebody with shoulders like mine. I tend to have to go sideways through most doors, but aye, even more so on the boat. So as I said, it'll free up a mooring for us and it'll free up some cash. So okay, I had to escape back inside just to get out of the wind. As I said, it's been absolutely beautiful the whole day and not a breath of wind, and as soon as I pick up the camera it starts blowing. But as I was saying, you know, it's probably not the news that some people were looking for with me selling Spirik, but I think it's going to be a positive thing for the future for us and certainly for the channel. So I hope you can all see why I'm doing it. And aye, let's watch this space. If you could do me a wee favour, like, share and subscribe this, it really helps the channel out. We're actually growing a lot better than I ever imagined. We're nearly at 100 followers already, which for some people is small potatoes, but for me that's huge. That means there's another 100 crazy people on this earth willing to listen to me rambling on. So thank you very much. And as I said, smash that like button and subscribe if you can. Thank you for watching.